Look at the price on this Savage. $719 for an HPI Savage. We got the Nitro gang out here. Nitro World Order.
Nitro World Order.
What's up, Nitro gang? In this box is my brand new HPI Nitro Bullet. I recently ordered it through the HRP website, which is the new HPI distributor in North America. And I told all of you to get it while they were in stock. My own bullet is right here in the box. I was planning on unboxing it in this video, but you know what? Right after that initial video came out where I told all of you to make sure you go and order yourself one because the price, you just could not beat it. After the coupon code, I wound up paying $310 for basically essentially what you see here, just with a newer updated body and different modern style wheels. I love the HPI Nitro Bullet because it's great at everything. It's a very manageable 10th scale stadium truck size. And honestly, I just love the HPI brand. So I thought, here we are. HPI is gonna help the Nitro gang make Nitro great again. And then one of my viewers messages me, leaves me a comment, and tells me that they've just recently had a huge price hike. Of course, the first thing I did was, no, I didn't go get some pizza. I pulled up the HRP website, and I have it here for you guys right now. We're gonna take a look at it. Look at the price on this Savage. $719 for an HPI Savage. $719, guys. That made me a little bit angry because that means all the people that were going to buy the Savage back when it was $499, now chances are they're not going to be buying a $700 Nitro truck that essentially is the same outgoing model from 2016. It is still a great truck, and I think the people that will get it are still going to get it. The upside is, at least we will have some better parts support going forward. And eventually, when they come and reach the used market, hopefully we could buy them up for cheaper. Now, luckily, I made sure I bought all the trophy truggy before they went to a crazy price. I gotta do an unboxing on that still. And of course, I bought the HPI Savage. Man, I did a price analysis on their pricing, and it was as if they were doing pricing from like the year 2000. I even talked about it with a graph that I showed the other day in the HPI Nitro Bullet video. You could see here that it looks like HPI forgot to do a inflation adjustment. But then I told you guys, don't tell HPI that they forgot to adjust their prices, because now we are basically priced out of the Nitro market. Although I will say that the price on the HPI Bullet, we'll get into details later, I still think it is good value for what it is. I have a couple interesting screenshots that a viewer sent me of his conversation with HRP, and they pointed to a higher shipping price for why there's a price hike. I don't know, if you ask me, man, shipping prices could not account for basically a 30 to 50% increase in the list price of an item. That is just crazy. They probably just made that up, but we have the evidence. I will talk about it in a little bit. I've also got an old RC magazine. This particular one is from 2004. We're going to take a look inside at what the Tower Hobby Circular would have looked like. There's a couple interesting RCs in here. This is the time when the Savage 25 was out, the Traxxas E-Max was out. There was a bunch of Nitro competition. So we'll take a look at some of the pricing back from the year 2004. And then we'll see whether HPI has totally lost it or they just don't care about the Nitro gang. Either way, they still make Nitros. It's up to us to put the pressure on them to make sure that they sell them to us at a reasonable price. Now let's go to the HRP website, check out their new prices. I hope you're ready to panic, because you're going to be panicking. I'm panicking. Let's take a look at the current HPI prices on the HRP home website. This is their North American distributor. We're just going to scroll down to the models I already purchased, and we'll compare the prices on that. The Bullet MT is already out of stock because all of you guys listened and you bought them when you had the chance. And now the price is $444. So the original price was only $339. Now, in my opinion, I still think this $444
minus a $30 discount on the homepage, you'll still be in the low 400s. Now, for that kind of money, you still cannot get a four-wheel drive Traxxas of any kind. Now, this is a true 10th scale Nitro monster truck. It's only a single speed, but it's also an HPI that's very, very good looking. So low 400s, I still think this is a good value. But of course, the low 300s, which is what I paid and some of you guys paid out there, that's a substantially better deal. This is the HPI Trophy Truggy 4.6, the one I also purchased. I only paid $410 for it. So the original list price was $439 for this model. Now it's $609. A fairly substantial price hike, I would say, for what you essentially get is a, it's a four-wheel drive buggy chassis with cooler wheels and a cooler looking body, but it is still a basic four-wheel drive buggy chassis. In fact, it even still has the same 3-diff setup. The only benefit here is it has the 4.6 engine, as they say right here, which is the same engine you get on the Savage. $609, guys, minus a $30 discount. You still can get this for about $580. But I would say this is a little bit steep. In fact, this is more money than any Traxxas that you can currently buy out of the Nitro segment. Of course, if you're looking at something like an X-Max, there's still more. But this is overpriced in my opinion. And now it's time for the biggest price adjustment of them all. The HPI Savage X 4.6. New list price, $719. Man, this is just a little bit crazy, to be honest with you. I think this makes this the most expensive ready-to-run Nitro you can currently buy on the market. There are kits that are a little more expensive, but those are race-specific kits, not like a 2016 outgoing, Nitro monster truck. The original price for this, which is what I paid, was $499, and I wound up paying $470 with a $30 coupon. So this still will come in a little bit cheaper than the $719, but still, I would say over $600 is a little bit too steep for this. In fact, years ago, the original HPI Savage XL, the one with a 3-speed and the 5.9 motor, not this 4.6, they were like in the low 500s when they were new. Man, HPI, they really went to town on this price. Now, it's out of stock, so it really doesn't matter what it is, you still can't get it. But let's take a look at some vintage Nitros in this magazine. Oh, HPI 15FE, baby. I love it. This is January 2004, of course, the Tamiya TNX on the cover, back when they actually had Nitros in RC magazines. Pretty cool. I just have some small tabs here, some selections that I just want to look at. So, one of the Nitros that I've always wanted, the Tamiya TNX. I do have the Terra Crusher, but I have yet to own the TNX, which was the newer model, slightly improved in terms of all of the bugs that were worked out, and they got rid of the reverse. They also had an engine that was designed by OS, so that was actually very cool at the time. It was a .18, but still designed by OS. How much did this awesome looking 8-scale Tamiya Nitro monster truck cost in 2004? Well, the price is right here, $450. It actually wasn't that much money, but let's see what it is adjusted for inflation. I'm just curious how much it would cost in modern money. So from 2004 to 2021, it cost this much. Let's move on. The next tab. Another pre-selected article by the Nitro Gang. We have the XTM Mammoths. This was another 8-scale Nitro monster truck. And yes, it did have the 2-speed baby right here. This was $400 at the time. Today, if you're looking for an XTM Mammoth on eBay, they're going to be in terrible condition and probably destroyed for more than this cost when it was brand new. It had a very interesting shock layout, so they were mounted side by side here, not kind of in the front and in the back like the T-Max and the Savage were at the time. Let's keep moving. Really not much to talk about here. It's 8-scale, kind of like a buggy chassis. The motor, XTM, man, they were kicking ass. It was the XTM 24.7. You guys see right here, they called it the 24-7. Really, it's basically a .25 size motor. But yeah, their marketing was top notch. Okay, let's go to what we all came here to see, the Tower Hobbies catalog from 2004. Very interesting. At the time, this was where, I did all of my shopping. So we have two of the main competitors in the Nitro truck segment. We have the T-Max and we have the HPI Savage. At the time, the Savage 25 was already out, so we could see the Savage 25 RTR was $429 at the time. Fairly good value, I would say, at that time. What was the T-Max? So the T-Max, the regular 3-channel, was $399. Yeah, so the 8-scale Savage was only a little bit more than this T-Max. And keep in mind, this was the 2.5 model at that time. Yes, I know I'm pointing to what says Sport Max here, but, we're not talking about the Sport Max. We're talking about the T-Max. There were some slight differences. This could be a video in itself. Then we're going to move on to the Kyosho Mad Force. I always wanted one of these, but unfortunately Kyosho loves to discontinue almost everything they sell, and that's why the Nitro Gang currently does not own a brand new Mad Crusher. At the time, this 3-speed monster was, let's see, we're looking at the second one. It was $399. So very similar to the price of the T-Max at the time. Let's keep moving. We have some amazing Nitro RCs on this page. Man, I could probably do videos just about this. We have the OFNA Titan MT, $599. I don't know, this is kind of overpriced for a OFNA Titan, I think, compared to a Savage at that time, $599. Who do they think they are? Do they think they're modern HPI? Because I got news for them, they're not. The modern OFNA is also known as Hobeo. Man, I hate pronouncing Hobeo. Oh, we have the Thunder Tiger EK4. This truck had the largest nitro motor ever put into a ready-to-run nitro monster truck. You guys see it right here? It says Pro 70 engine. That's right. It was a .70 nitro motor, baby. .70. That's insane. The largest one to this date. Let's keep moving. There's some other ones here. I'm not going to cover some of them. This video will take forever. We have the Tower Hobbies ST15. It's a small 10-scale stadium truck, but guys, I used to own this. You'd be surprised how much fun you could have with like a really, really cheap Nitro RC like this. Cheap or not, it doesn't matter. It's still a 2-stroke baby, Oh man, one of my favorite RC bodies ever. The HPI Camaro SS body. This, believe it or not, was my first ever Nitro, the RS43. Now, at the time, they were actually called the RTR3, but for some reason, they were called, in the magazine here, they were called them the RS43. But you could tell on the body there, it says RTR3. That was the actual name that I called them at the time. Oh, we have the Nitro RS4 MT, so it was $349. Yeah, pretty normal, I would say. That's it, guys. It's going to keep going. There's going to be a lot of cool Nitro greatness over here, but we ain't got time to cover that. What's that? Oh, baby. Did they just show me a Phantom motor? I love these things back then. This was a direct drop-in for your T-Max, as it says right here, Phantom. Let's take a look at my personally created bar chart of the HPI price increases. These are 3 of the RCs I personally purchased. We have the Bullet, the Trophy Druggy 4.6, and the Savage X 4.6. Now, these prices on the left are the original prices. So the blue bar denotes the old price. The orange bar denotes the current new price as advertised on the HRP website. And on the right, I just have the dollar increase in dollars and also the percentage. If you want to check my math, go ahead and check it. I guarantee you it's going to be top-notch stuff right here. Absolutely nothing to worry about. So, the HPI Bullet. We have a $100 increase, which is 29%. On the Trophy Truggy, we have a $170 increase. That is 39%. And on the Savage 4.6, $220 and 44% price increase. So we can clearly see they're going up, like there's a trend over here. In terms of value, I think the Bullet here is still good value. Now, the Trophy Truggy for $609, keep in mind there is a $30 discount you can get. We're just looking at the quoted prices on the website without the coupons being applied. Almost a 40% increase. That's a little steep if you ask me, considering not a single ready-to-run buggy currently sells for, I would say, over about 500 something bucks. Under 500 bucks for a ready-to-run buggy is the sweet spot. The Savage, there really is no competition to this truck, so HPI could charge whatever they want. I think only the Hobeo Hyper MT is kind of a Savage clone competitor these days, and that is in the low $500 range. But other than the Hobart Hyper MT, there's really no competition. The Traxxas range, yes, they are competitors, but a lot of people don't consider them because they have this irrational hate for Traxxas, or they just don't want to run a small block engine. But guys, overall, the Savage 4.6 and the T-Max 3.3, they basically get the same exact top speed. I own both of them, and they're basically the same. So this is your HPI price increase chart. If you guys want me to analyze prices of whatever else, I can do it. Schumacher, Menace 21. Let's start her up. 3-speed, baby.
So fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to move. Her name is Jenny, ooh. Bitch don't have no panties, ooh. I'm stepping.